All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What is going on, SHIPIT Nation YouTube station? Back April 5th. We got 6 games on tap tonight in the NHL streets on FanDuel and DraftKings. If you guys are new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Helps us out a ton. Let's jump right in and talk about my favorite stacks, couple value plays, and my favorite goalies. As always, my final content slate plan. Core plays will be live for SHIPIT Nation subscribers. If you're not a member yet, head over to shipitnation.com. Use that promo code HOOP15. Gets you 15% off any package, any membership plan you do choose for life, not just the first month. Does go through the entire duration of your stint here with us. Hopefully you join, you see the value, and you lock on to us and choose us as your one-stop shop here. If not, like button, subscribe button helps us out a ton here. Let's talk about it. Let's jump right in. My favorite stack of the evening is probably going to be a little bit lower owned than some of these other places, but still going to get some ownership here. Vegas Golden Knights here, late night hammer spot on the road against Arizona. They're not the heaviest favorite on the slate. That would belong to Carolina here, but still like the matchup a ton here. Jack Eichel, love him. Barbashev, Marchessault, that top line stack there. Throw in a guy like Noah Hannafin, and you got one of my favorite 4-man stacks there on the board. Really, really like that top line stack. If you want to get a little different here, jumping down into the third line with guys like William Karlsson, Dorofeev, and Mantha, I think is definitely an interesting route to go, and should get a little bit lower owned off that top line there. But overall, really like the spot here for Vegas. I'm focusing on those top 4 guys, Eichel, Marchessault, Barbashev, and Noah Hannafin in terms of D-men here. My second favorite stack here is actually going to be not the heaviest favorite on the slate. It's going to be these New York Rangers here on the road facing Detroit. Rangers, 6 over-under in this game. I like the spot a ton. Artemi Panarin, one of the best spend-up wings on the entire slate. This guy's averaging over 21 fantasy points per game over the last 5. Just continues to absolutely be a phenom all season long. Love going right back to the well with him. You can pair him with Trocheck and Lafreniere, or you can just pair him with guys like Mika Zibanejad, Adam Fox, other guys that are Chris Kreider, right, that are on that top power play. Zibanejad, love him. Detroit ranks 32nd in the league against opposing centers. Zibanejad at 5'7". He's way too talented. He's not having the greatest season like he has in years past, but he's still way too talented for his price point, 5.7K in the best matchup on the slate, just too cheap. Lafreniere is playing great hockey right now. That second line in general is playing great hockey. So top 6 skaters for me and Rangers. Focus on the top power play is kind of where I'm looking for the Rangers here tonight. Third favorite stack on the slate is actually going to be the Buffalo Sabres here. Tage Thompson, Alex Tuch, and JJ Peterka. JJ Peterka, I don't know what's gotten into him. This guy must have jumped into Connor McDavid's body or something, but 4.6K for him, top line, top power play. He's just thriving right now, averaging over 18 fantasy points per game over the last 5 at 4.6K. Really, really love him. Tage Thompson, Alex Tuch, really love those 3 guys. Rasmus Dahlin, if you want a D-man. Really just sticking to that top line if I'm going to Buffalo here tonight. Don't think you got to worry about ownership too much, and that's kind of where I'm going. Last favorite stack is I am gonna bring up the chalkiest stack of the slate here. It's these Carolina Hurricanes here at home, -270 favorites here against the Capitals. Jake Guentzel, Sebastian Aho, Seth Jarvis, top line, going to get a lot of ownership here. Aho at 7.9, coming off a down game against Boston, which is a tough matchup, but before that, he was playing great. So I like going right back to the well with him. Jake Guentzel has been great ever since he's come over to Carolina from Pittsburgh. I think he's a great option. This third line with Evgeny Kuznetsov, Martinook, and Martin Necas here is a little sneaky line. Third line here for Carolina at home should be pretty low owned compared to that top line. So it's line 1 or line 3 for me for Carolina here tonight. I think they're all great plays. Heaviest favorite on the slate for a reason. Should be in a good spot to score some goals here. Let's jump into some value plays at each position. I'm going to start with the value center position. I'm going to start with the Carolina team. Jordan Staal here, second line, skating next to Teravainen and Svechnikov here. $3K flat for Jordan Staal is just too cheap in this matchup against Washington, who ranks 26th in the league against opposing centers. So I do like Jordan Staal quite a bit here. Going back to my favorite stack of the evening here, it's Chandler Stevenson, second liner, top power play. He hasn't been good, but he's getting the minutes. He's playing 18-plus minutes here. Gets a great matchup here in a matchup where I like Vegas. I think Chandler Stevenson breaks out here tonight. I like him at 3.9K. And then the last guy is just a one-off, JT Compher. It's just a matchup play for me. Rangers are very good, but they do struggle a little bit against opposing centers. Ranked 24th in the league. Compher, second line, second power play, going to play over 20 minutes. I think he's a solid one-off option if you need some salary savings at the center position. Jumping over into the value wing position here. We're going to start with Alex Killorn here. Gets a decent matchup. Seattle ranks 21st against opposing left wings. Killorn draws top line, top power play, plays close to 20 minutes, 20 plus. He's played 21 minutes. Both of the last two, he's averaging right around 10 fantasy points per game. 3.7K, Alex Killorn, elite one-off value play on the slate. Going back to Carolina, Jordan Martinook here, 3.1K. Talked about liking that third line a little bit here. Martinook going to get you about 12 minutes ice time, but when he's out there, he's firing the puck on net. I think he's a solid option at 3.1K in this matchup. And then the last guy is going to be Michael Amadio here, 2.7K, basically stone minimum. Pair him with Chandler Stevenson if you want a really cheap two-man second-line stack here against Arizona. On my favorite stack of the night, so I think he's a solid option at basically stone minimum here. Jumping into the D-man position here, going to start with Nick Seeler. I like the matchup here for Nick Seeler. This guy's going to play probably 16 to 20 minutes here, mainly a shot blocker, but last game he did have 6 shots on goal, so a little bit fluky numbers, but I do think he's a solid option at 3.8K. Another guy, Josh Manson here, 2.9K. He's got a solid floor for his price point, sub 3K. I mean, he scored at least 5 DraftKings points in each of his last 5 games, which would be fine to allow you to spend up at some of these other spots, spend up and maybe get a one-off McDavid or McKinnon in that star-studded matchup there with Colorado and Edmonton. So Josh Manson, don't hate him at his price point. And then the last guy is going to be Braden McNabb here, 3.6K, probably my favorite value D-man on the entire slate. Arizona ranks 32nd in the league against opposing D-men, and just like the matchup for him, he's going to play 18 to 20 minutes. Everything checks out pretty nice for him. Let's jump over into the goalies that I'm looking at. First goalie, my favorite goalie on the slate is going to be Logan Thompson, actually here tonight at his 7,900 price point. Love Vegas a ton here. Even though he's on the road, I don't care. I still think he's a great option. Another guy, highest projected goalie on the slate, Igor Shesterkin here on the road again, but 8.2K is just too cheap for guys like Igor Shesterkin and his talent, so I like him a ton. And then one other guy, Stuart Skinner at home. Tough matchup overall, but 7.8K for a home goalie in basically a pick'em game here, Colorado and Edmonton. I think he's a solid option as well if you can't get up there. That's going to do it, though, for this edition of the NHL Quick Hit. As always, my final content is already live at SHIPITNation.com. We pride ourselves on getting content up early so you guys can make your decisions, build your lineups, and then talk strategy in our Discord chat. If you want access to our Discord and to the other content on our website for all of the sports, use that promo code MLB15. But good luck tonight in your contest. Hope to see those Ship It Nation logos at the top for myself, Nadesify. Let's ship it.